by Ron Davari of NewOak Capital, who's been with us all morning long. Moynihan gets the most mention. Gregory Curl is the chief risk officer, is also up there. I don't know, you've worked on Wall Street a long time, what you can add to either one of these gentlemen, but with banking analysts we've been talking to have said, hey, Moynihan's the leader for this job. Absolutely. Is that the talk? Do you think, and do you believe it?
Yeah, I think so, but the external candidates are going to be actually even more interesting, because I think the bank, the board really owes to the shareholders to really look at who is going to be the best horse to really...
do you think they should go outside, by the way?
I think, there are a lot of good, solid candidates around the world.
The talent pool is pretty big.
The talent pool is very big.
So, and, for example, somebody that's run a big bank before, would you go back to the well again to somebody that lost their job during the crisis, or no?
There are people who have actually, or maybe second at another bank that really deserve to be running a bank.
Such as the American Express president left. Yesterday we had that news. So there was Val Kelly, I believe is his name. So is that somebody maybe that they look at?
Look, you had Jamie himself at J.P. Morgan when he was at Citi, right? Obviously, he's done a phenomenal job of taking J.P. Morgan, actually ultimately overshadowing, where he came from. So. The talent pool is big, so you really got to look around. There are a lot of really talented executives who are in the financial industry. You really need to figure out what are the problem areas of Bank of America. Obviously, the mortgages, the commercial real estate, two of your big headlines are, and those are the same issues that America faces as well. At the same time, you got to look through this cycle and figure out the opportunity set. So I think actually the choice of Gregory Curl being as one of the candidates, he actually had been in the corporate development side of the bank. So he's been looking at a lot of opportunities. That background is very important, whereas Brian's background has been mostly in the investment banking, wealth management. If you have to figure out, is this going to be a retail bank, or is this going to be a wealth management, or is it going to focus on really developing the mortgage side of things?
And one of the big things has been, at least in the near term, is that, well, should we pick someone that's just going to be there? Well, some say, well, we might need an emergency CEO if Lewis gets in legal trouble between now and the end of the year. But even more to the point, do we need an interim CEO at Bank of America for a year or two, or someone like Moynihan who's a long-term solution? What would you rather see on that front?
I would go right now for the market wants an ultimate solution. We want to define the direction of the bank today, because there are a lot of things that have happened. The integration of, obviously, Countrywide, integration of Merrill Lynch, the dissatisfaction of Merrill Lynch brokers. Just the recent campaign that they're going to bring back the Merrill Lynch, they're going to actually put money to pumping up the Merrill Lynch name to be able to. So there's a lot going on, I think, at the bank. There are a lot of the sectors, I think they need to have a solid leader who looks through these problems of the legal issues that are going on and bring back the morale so that they can actually be a leading bank getting us out of the trouble. Bank of America, I think, is a microcosm of the entire United States.
Yeah, what we've all gone through in a lot of ways. All right. Ron, thanks a lot. I don't know if you're a big dancer, but we're going to make a little bit of a transition here before we hand over the reins to Imus in a few minutes.